Hello, fountain pen community. Welcome back to another show of a fountain pen, which I bought most probably 22 years ago. And this pen is the Waterman Charleston. What I found on the internet, informations, it seems to be a pen manufactured by Waterman in France as the new entry-level pen for the 2000 years, because they discontinued all their entry-level pens during the 1990s, and maybe they found that they missed a spot on the market. I have really no idea why I bought it. I must have bought it in 2002, latestly in 2003, but I do not believe that I bought any fountain pens in 2003. And I just, found this pen, or better to say, I never lost sight on it, but I never used it, and I thought, well, it is now time to use it again. And of course, there were some ink flowing problems, simply because ink residues, 22 years old roughly, were in the converter, were found in the converter, and a little bit clogged the feeder and the nib. But all in all, I think this is quite an interesting fountain pen from the early 2000s. It had been produced between 2002 and 2008, what I could find on the internet, explanations. And it's a replica of the 1930s and to 1940s Waterman 100-year fountain pen series, which had been made at that time by Waterman in the United States in an Art Deco style. And also this fountain pen, the Charleston, is resembling Art Deco somehow. Let's have a look to the cap first of all. You can see Waterman did a clip at that time with a slot or a slit here, and the clip is part of the end finial of the cap as well. All parts are trims, and parts are gold plated as far as I can see. I polished it up a little bit, and you can also see there is the Waterman logo in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 point faceted emblem. So the Waterman logo is there. I think you can see it quite well. Yeah, it's nice. So clip and the end finial is one part. At the end of the cap, you see a small gold ring, which is also going into the cap. Quite nice. The whole material should be resin, as far as I could find on the internet informations. Honestly, I'm not quite sure if that is really all resin. But on the other hand, yeah, it's nice. It feels good in my hand when writing, and it's not that heavy. Well, quite thin material. And this section part is resin over brass. We can have a look at that. So here is the brass part. You can see it here, the brass part, and the brass part goes down into the grip section. The 18 karat gold nib. 18 karat gold nib. Today you pay a fortune for a few gram of 18 karat gold nibs. Is a friction fit. That means pull out, push in. And I had to do that as well, just to polish up a little bit the ink-stained nib. And I also had to clean a little bit the old residues from black ink, which I used most probably 22 years ago. That's the time frame I can recall when I used this fountain pen. Also, you can see the converter is most probably Waterman style, so that means I'm not sure if it takes international standard cartridges. I'm not a fan. I'm not a huge fan of cartridges, so I didn't check that out right now. But here, this seems to be glass and not plastic. Yeah, those were the times. The converter is working really quite well. There was a little hard start when I turned it downwards, simply because, again, due to old ink residues. Okay, let's put that together again. You see some ink left over there. I don't know. That seems to look blue, and I put in some diamine ink, ASA blue, quite nice ink, a little bit on the light side, but I like it. So, what I like most on this fountain pen is the barrel, the shape of the barrel. It's a little bit like a tonneau design. And I like very much this ring on the barrel and not on the cap. It's a large ring which says Waterman, France, and there are also some, I would say, Greek ornaments in it. I'm not sure. The camera focus is not working again. As usual, I would like to say, here you can see it now better, Waterman, and here are these ornaments, France and Waterman. Oh, that's looking good. And there are the ornaments again, interrupted by France. Great. Yeah, that was unnecessary. I like that very much, I have to say. And here is another small gold-plated ring close to the end of the barrel. There is no blind cap, nothing like that, so you can't unscrew and use the converter by unscrewing the cap, which is also a little bit sometimes useless as long as you don't have an ink window here and you can see easily if ink is sucked up or not. So like the Leonardo Momento Zero, which has a blind cap and I can remove it, I can use the converter without unscrewing the whole barrel, but I can't see if really ink has been sucked up or not, because there is an ink window missing. Okay. Anyway, you also can see that the grip section is quite large, and the threads for the cap are starting here already on the white part, on the white, I would say ivory, not really white, it looks like ivory. Putting that thing together, I think it's one turn, maybe 1.25 again. Roughly one and a little bit. The pen opens and we are ready to write. Let's go a little bit to some measurements. You should, or better to say, people with medium-sized or large hands should post the pen. And that is easily done. A little push. You can feel and hear it. And then the pen is really comfortable in your hands. There is no back weight, no nothing. Very nice, because all in all, the total weight capped is 25 grams and uncapped it is 19 grams. So 25 grams posted with a total length of 147 millimeters roughly. That's quite comfortable. Oh, absolutely. I prefer sometimes to hold the pen here and not at the grip section. I'm coming to this thing later to explain why. Uncapped, the length is 119.7 millimeters, so roughly 12 centimeters, and as I said, 19 grams. The section diameter is between 10.4 and at the very end 9.2 millimeters. The nib, the heart and soul of a fountain pen. Just go again for the loop. Also very nice made with the stamp, the Waterman, and there is the stamp 18K 750. Unfortunately, there is no indication about the nib size, and I think it's an M to B. I didn't tinker with the nib simply because it is writing, it's giving a quite broad line. On the other hand, or better to say, the medium line is on the verge to broad. But simply, maybe this is my personal feeling, because I'm used more to EF and F nibs. But I have to say, it's quite a gusher. And when I opened the and filled up or inked up the pen after 22 years, I saw that the gap between the two tines were very large, and it was a gusher, a fire hose. So when I took off the nib and the feeder, I was tinkering a little bit with the nib. Thanks, because it is gold, that is quite easy to do. You have to be careful not to overdo any pushings, pressings, or whatever. Very soft, very, very delicate to do that in order to get the tines together. And then I saw that the tines were much too close together. Ink flow was interrupted somehow. So I had to use a little tool to widen the gap, the slit, a little bit more. But it is writing very, very well. It's a number 5 nib, Waterman made. I don't know the feed, if that is from Waterman or from another supplier. But anyway, it's quite it's well working, not quite well working, it is well working, absolutely. Let's do a little bit of a writing sample, but before I would like to show you the normal writing result, just by turning a little bit the camera angle. What I wrote so far: Waterman, Charleston, made from 2002 to 2008. It's a replica of the 1930s to 1940s Waterman 100-year fountain pen in Art Deco style. Resin over brass, the grip section. I said that already. Barrel material resin. The cap barrel is, I would say, medium-sized. Gold-plated trims. The barrel bends is a one large-sized, and it's really looking great. Postage 146.9 millimeter, kept 133.5, and a total weight of 25 grams. Uncapped 119.7 millimeters, 19 gram. The section diameter 10.4 to 9.2. The nib, Waterman number 5, friction fit, push-pull, 18K M, but unfortunately no imprint. The cap finial and the color, and yeah, it's a converter cartridge filling system. What I also have to add, and what I forget, is that the material thickness of the barrel is roughly 1.2 millimeters. So this is not really very sturdy, and that's why the lightweight, where the lightweight also comes from. So let's do a writing sample, and I have to go back a little bit with the zoom, doing that. Fixing the camera. My God, this is turning the knob into the wrong direction. Great. Yeah, I'm very sophisticated with all these equipment. So let's see a writing sample. Waterman. Skipping. Why? Waterman. Charleston. Okay, we are back. Little interruption. And what I found with the M-nib, you see, that's quite a big line. I try to do it like that. Sometimes it plays a little bit with me when I start to write with the nib. The lines are more thick, and the more I write, they are becoming a little bit thinner, more to the M. Let's see what I'm doing here. The line the line differs as well, or varies as well, when I hold the nib in a different angle. That's also very interesting to see. All of this is done without any pressure. A couple of eights. And this is normal writing. So now I'm going to do reverse writing. This is now very, very thin. It's in the range of XEF. So 0.25 millimeters maybe. Quite light. But you can see it, and it's keeping up most of the time, to be honest. I don't want to work on that nib, or maybe cutting off this quite big tipping material here. As you can see, maybe you can see it. It's quite difficult. And the tipping material, looking at the tipping material is quite difficult. Maybe coming closer to the focus. No, that doesn't work as usual, unfortunately. But it's also that the tipping material is covered with the blue ink completely. Maybe I can change a little bit the ISO. But that doesn't help at all. And maybe the white balance. No, that also doesn't help very much. Anyway, there is a lot of tipping material, but because it's a gold nib, I don't want to play with it. I don't want to tinker around with it. I am happy that I just redetected this fountain pen, and I'm using it as it is. I'm quite happy with it. Oh, maybe another writing. So the quick brown. You see, there is a little bit of a skipping. When I go here, there is more skipping. When I change the angle, when I go here, when I change the angle, the quick brown fox is jumping over the lazy dog. When I'm doing the reverse writing, there is a little bit of a feedback. There's absolutely no feedback with the with normal writing. However, this paper is much better quality. I think 80 or 90 grams. I'm not sure. I bought it here locally in Thailand, and for a paper, it's quite a hefty price. The nib in normal writing mode behaves different on cheaper paper, so you can hear the nib has a feedback once it is in contact with cheaper paper. Anyway, excuse me. This was my my Christmas present to you. No, I just thought that I should put a little bit more focus on elder fountain pens, which are in my possession. There are not many of them, to be honest, because I started fountain pen collection roughly 3-4 years ago. Yeah, I think 4 years ago. And basically I had only 2 or 3 fountain pens from 25 to 20 years 22 years ago. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I like to wish those of you who are celebrating Christmas a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Those who are not celebrating Christmas, of course, a Happy New Year. May this year treat the people all over the world better than 2024. And as usual, please enjoy your fountain pens always. Goodbye, take care, and talking to you in the new year. Bye-bye, take care.